Hello, everyone, and welcome to New York Empoleon's quarter-final battle of the PBAL. We are here this week taking on Max Rapture, coach of the Tasmanian Toxicroaks, and we are in for an exciting one, or you are in for an exciting one, I guess. I am also kind of just in for the ride here. I have no idea how this is going to go. It's going to be a really intense battle. Again, the last time I faced him in Week 4 was a hacksy affair, which we did end up winning, but it was certainly not a cakewalk by any stretch of the imagination. And so we'll see how this one goes. Should be a lot of fun, though. And if you haven't seen him before, go check out, link in the description below. Of course, we are coming in as the 1 seed in this league, and we managed to have an undefeated regular season, but it means nothing now if we can't get a win here. So we're going to jump right into this and see what happens. I'm excited. You're excited. He's excited. We're all excited. Everyone's excited. So let's see what Mons he's bringing this week. And it does look like the Clefable Persian. So a lot of the same, actually looks like roughly the exact same team as last time, if I'm not mistaken. So I'll mark down those Mons in one quick second. But let's see. A Persian, Latios, Porygon, Heracross. I thought he might go with the Sand strat this time or bring Toxapex. He actually doesn't even have the Steelix this time. He actually chooses not to bring the Steelix, opting for the Persian instead, it looks like. And so not quite the exact same team as last time. Now, without the Steelix or the Hippopotas, I was going to lead with my Talonflame, and it's still a decent lead, but it's not as good of a lead here. Just because Taunt isn't as important, although it's still good against things like the Alolan Persian and the Clefable that could potentially lead. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. It also threatens the Heracross potential lead. He's going to see that I changed out the Swampert on this matchup. So I think this is going to be a really fun one, honestly. And we will see. I'm going to pull up his old team that he had before. From Week 4, because I didn't bring that into my actual fetch notes here. So he actually does opt to lead with a Heracross, which is exactly what he led with last time, and it got a kill on turn 1. This time could still do that, certainly, although I think Willow I could just go straight for a Flamethrower. He could switch out. He could be Guts as well, which is why I don't want to go just hard Will-O-Wisp here. And we're going to see the Flamethrower pop, so he's not Scarf. And we're going to actually be able to knock this Heracross down over 50%. He's probably going to go for a Stone Edge here. Goes for the knockoff. We could get a Flame Body here. That'd be really, really huge. Knocks off my Charty Berry. Doesn't do anything. He doesn't have a resist to fire right now, so there's no sense in not clicking another Flamethrower. Just really free here. Obviously, he doesn't have rocks either, so I mean, he could have it on Clefable, I guess. But there's really no sense to me not clicking just straight Flamethrower. Latios comes out here. And I am in range of that, so I don't really want to just let that thing set up, but I could honestly just taunt it, just to be safe against any Calm Mind shenanigans or anything like that. I think that's what I'm going to choose to do. He could take me out. This thing, again, it's okay. Again, he doesn't have a Fire Resist, but I'm not super offensively invested here. So, and it looks like that might be the same Assault Vest Latios that we saw last time. That did very, very little, so the fact that I went for the taunt there, obviously, might have been a little bit of not a mistake, I guess, but not as necessary. I could Roost here, or I could just go out into my... I'm going to go out into the Obstagoon here. He could predict that and go for an Aura Sphere. That would be a very good read on his part. If he doesn't decide to go straight for the Aura Sphere, then he should be in good shape. He shows the Psyshock. And I could just go for a knockoff here, although I think he's probably going to switch out or go for an Aura Sphere. So either way, I don't think I'm going to kill him with a knockoff. So I'm just going to go for the Parting Shot. And he's going to see that I'm Scarf now. We know that he's not, and if he was Scarf, he would be Scarf from Mystical Fire. That's why I felt really comfortable doing that. But he's going to go for a Aura Sphere here. And I could just go out into like the Dragapult. That's definitely an option that I'm considering. Or I could just go into Gardevoir here. He's at -1. Gardevoir feels really safe. He's taunted as well, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. And we are going to Trace Levitate. That's not going to matter too much, I don't think. Gardevoir is here hanging out. There's the Aura Sphere. So we're just getting a sense of his whole set. Probably Assault Vested, like I said, at -1. Shook off the taunt. I could just go straight for a Moonblast here to bluff. Well, it's not even a bluff. It just like does a bunch of damage. But I'm actually going to go for a Calm Mind. He could Mystical Fire, but even then I'm getting this +1 special defense. And I just want to scout what you choose to do. And I don't really lose anything, so I'm not too worried about it. If he goes out into specifically the Heracross, I think that would be a misplay, but that would be a very risky play right now. Clefable or Tangrowth seem like the optimal play, or just going straight for a Mystical Fire again. And we're going to see that does a little bit of damage. We're going to lower the special attack, but we're going to get our special attack back up and go for the Calm Mind here. And at this point, I might as well just click Moonblast. We're never going to get a higher special attack than where we're at right now, so we're just going to go for it. And it should 2-hit KO from the range he's at, even at -1 or even -2. And he's at -1 special attack as well, so he's not going to really be doing anything. I have the Citrus Berry for later, so I'm not too worried about this little bit of damage I'm taking. And the fact that he saw that might make him think that I'm going to go for another one, and he might be more willing to switch in something like the Heracross, and I'm at neutral right now, so he does actually decide to stay with Mystical Fire, which is a reasonable play on his part. It's going to knock me down a little bit more. We're going to be at -1, but Moonblast is going to come out and do a lot of work. Gardevoir is one of the things that pressures his team the hardest, and we do see that it does just south of 50%, but he is going to have to hit me again with the Mystical Fire and basically let his Latias go down for virtually nothing in this particular exchange. A little bit of damage on Gardevoir, not that important to me. It's not going to necessarily put it in range of anything specific. I do still have the Citrus Berry that I can pop later, so I'm not going to stress about it too much. Honestly, it's just a little annoying because if he does have Roost in the last slot, he'll go for it, but I think that's Assault Vested based on that damage because it did very little. And he was Assault Vested last time, so we do maybe have access to that information. There's another Mystical Fire, so he's going to live another one. Now, I could go back into my Obstagoon at this point. Just keep Gardevoir at this range of help. Again, the only thing that's going to OHKO it from here is maybe the Heracross, and that's only a maybe. But I'd rather just try to take out the Latias that's in front of me with the... Although, if I take out the Latias, he just goes into Porygon Z and can set up in front of me, which is not ideal. So I could just go back into the Obstagoon here and go for a knockoff. Then he goes into the Heracross or the Persian. Do I care? Do I care? Do I care? Do I care? I'm just going to go Obstagoon here. I don't actually want to kill this with the Gardevoir being at -2 or -3 because then I can't do anything to something like the Porygon when it comes in. So I'd actually rather go into the Obstagoon, him go for the Mystical Fire, take a little damage, and kill it with this. Really wishing I had U-turn on this, but I don't. I don't even know if it learns U-turn. For being totally honest, I know my team really well. We're just going to knock off. He knows I'm Scarf, which is a little unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world. And we're going to be able to take out the Latias with something that actually can threaten the rest of his team. So, Obstagoon kills Latias with knockoff. We do see that it was the Assault Vest set from last time. And potentially the same coverage, potentially was the same exact Mon. But in this particular case, the only other thing I wouldn't have seen there is Shadow Ball. And I'm glad it's dead. That's a huge threat out of my way. And really one of the big things. So one of the things that I'm worried about is Porygon Z, like Double Dance setting up here. It goes into Heracross, and how much does Obstagoon do to Heracross? We know he outspeed. We're locked into knockoff. It does 26 to 30%, and he can kill me from there. So I'm actually going to go into my Talonflame here. We can go into Rillaboom, which will outspeed this. Oh, he goes for the spikes here. It's an interesting play. So he actually is probably running exactly the same sets as last time that we saw. And those spikes are... how annoying are those spikes? Probably not terribly. I'm going to take this thing out with a Flamethrower here. And so Talonflame kills Heracross with Flamethrower. I don't have Defog, so there's nothing I can do with those spikes. Those are staying the whole game, but 12%, it's manageable. Clefable comes in here, and I think I just taunt this, right? Scout your Scarf and taunt. He gets the download physical attack. That was important, and I just taunt here. The worst thing that he can do is set up with a Porygon Z. That's the worst possible scenario. So he shows that he's Scarfed. Okay, that's really, really good to know. And kills me with the Tri-Attack. So Porygon Z kills Talonflame with Tri-Attack. And we know your choice Scarfed because you outsped my Talonflame, which means I can go into my Dragapult and I can either straight up click Steel Wing or just switch out again, since the Clefable is 100% coming in here. There's really no doubt in my mind that's what's happening right now. I could also just go hard into my Nihilego. I don't think I Dragon Dance because Clefable can live a Steel Wing and then I just lose my Dragapult. So I'm going to go Nihilego here. He's 100% switching out. And he's going to see that we're going to see that he switches out first. So he knows that I'm not Scarfed. That's not a big deal. He actually goes Persian, which is really interesting. Instead of the Clefable, I'm actually very surprised. But that's okay. We're going to go Nihilego here. We're going to just click Meteor Beam and not stress too much about it, if we're being honest. Meteor Beam's going to pick up huge damage on something, and that into a Sludge Wave should be able to kill the Tangrowth, should be able to kill the Persian if this doesn't kill the Persian. Should be able to kill the Porygon Z. I don't think Porygon Z can OHKO me with anything. He's going to get a physical attack boost as well from that. And Clefable might be unaware, but it's not going to appreciate Sludge Wave anyway, and I can definitely live one Psyshock. So we're going to see the U-turn from the Persian, and that might put me in the range of Psyshock from the Clefable, but it's going to have to take a Meteor Beam into a Sludge Wave, and I don't think it's going to appreciate that. Or he's going to sack off the Tangrowth before going into it, and we're going to see if it's a unaware Clefable. So it was last time, and it was Kievia Berry. That's also worth noting. So if he's using, and he is using similar sets to last time, potentially even very, very similar sets in a lot of ways. So this is going to hurt the Tangrowth quite a bit. It just takes it out. Okay, so Nihilego kills Tangrowth with Meteor Beam. We're at +2. If he's unaware Clefable, obviously that's going to slow down the sweep here. But let's see. Unaware Clefable, specialty defensive. If he's not the Kievia Berry set, he's not appreciating this hit. He goes Porygon Z, which means he's probably not going to be able to be he's not unaware Clefable. And I can't click Meteor Beam again here because I don't want to waste the turn. Should be able to take any one hit from this. Oh, he actually has Psyshock, so maybe I can't take that hit from this. That's okay. He's Scarfed into Psyshock. We're going to let the Nihilego go down here. Porygon Z kills Nihilego with Psyshock. And at this point, he's Scarfed into Psyshock. So Gardevoir could easily come in here and click Calm Mind. That Porygon Z isn't going to touch it with this attack. And the Citrus Berry might actually pop here, and I can just Calm Mind, and that should keep me out of range of the Porygon Z setting up, or coming in and clicking Shadow Ball the next time. So that's really good. And we're going to trace the download. And we're going to download... What are we going to download? It actually might be huge. Physical attack. All right, so not sure if he calced that. That would be obviously a very smart calc for anyone to do. So I'm assuming he did, but I could just Calm Mind. I could just Moonblast as well, straight up. I think I'm just going to straight Moonblast here, just because of the chance that he goes into Clefable being particularly high. And the Porygon Z, this is, again, the one thing that I have to worry about just a little bit as the game progresses. But I do still have Grassy Glide on the Rillaboom, and I do still have Dragon Dance on the Dragapult. So we're doing okay against Porygon Z as far as killing potential. Banded Grassy Glide could kill it straight up. And we're going to see this Persian go down here to the Gardevoir. So Gardevoir kills a Persian with Moonblast. And it's really going to come down to whether or not how I deal with this Clefable here. And I think I just attack it. I think I just straight slam into this Clefable, see how much a special attack does, scout out, are you physically or especially defensive, and then choose to go with your Psyshock or Moonblast, pending damage. So that's a lot of damage. This is an offensive Clefable, it looks like. He's going for a Moonblast. We're going to live that. He gets the special attack drop, That's unfortunate, but potentially not game-ending here, as we are going to be able to hit Moonblast and hopefully put this Clefable out of the way. If he lives it... Okay, he doesn't live it. He could have healed, but Gardevoir kills Clefable with Moonblast. And it comes down to Porygon Z is going to get this kill. I'm just going to let it kill Gardevoir here. I'm going to go into my Rillaboom. I'm going to scout out what it locks itself into. We do have a Scarf on the Obstagoon, so we can knock off the Scarf from this Porygon Z first before he gets the kill, and then go into Dragapult, which will then outspeed, so that's definitely an option as well. And Ice Beam is the move that he chooses to go for here. And Gardevoir is going to go down to the Ice Beam, so Porygon Z is going to pick up another kill. And so I think my best play is to go either into... I think it's to go into the Rillaboom here. I'm just going to go Grassy Glide. Should take this thing out. If he has a ton of bulk, he can live this, but I, again, do still have the Scarf on the Obstagoon, so we are going to be able to take this thing out with that if this fails to kill. But I'll try to give Rillaboom the kill here since it didn't get a chance to shine at the rest of this battle. And hopefully Banded Grassy Glide does what I need it to do here. There's a very good chance it kills if Porygon Z is straight offensive, which it looks like it is. And Porygon Z goes down, and we are going to say Rillaboom kills Porygon Z with Grassy Glide. And that takes us through to the semifinals. 1 out of 3 battles that matter down, and we are going to be taking on the winner of the game between Playmaker and Absolute, or the Atlanta Victory Stars versus the Seattle Dragonaires. Whoever wins that fight will be taking on the New York Empoleon in the semifinals next week. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this battle, and I will see you guys all back here then as we continue on in the PBAL one more week, 1 week at a time. That's all we can do for ourselves. Hopefully we can bring home a championship in a league that has eluded me multiple seasons in a row. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care, everybody.